Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Learning Life and Loving Ray Skinners. Hello, welcome to Tommy's video and talking about 5 things that he has learned throughout today of watching YouTube from the videos of Kyle Pilo from working on my website to drinking coffee. So, So just to let you guys know, the first thing that I learned, and I found this off the computer, is that a lot of different universities surprisingly has their own internet. From like number one, the catacombs, to number two, the different areas. In another area which I think is really kind of interesting, it's that the radio scanner feeds in the different places that I go around and listen to, like for instance, like number one, the first radio frequency that I usually listen to, it is like a radio frequency of our local fire department, which uses 154.995. And then sometimes like looking around like at the different areas, you guys have so many different opportunities for like radio scanner traffic. So like the analog type, you guys can listen to IU. You guys can listen to our local fire dispatch. You can also listen to our local buses. Now, what's different from listening to it in Lawrence County is that Lawrence County uses a lot of NXDN in their county. So the first thing that they use, which I think is really kind of interesting, it's that their entire fire and EMS system is used by a system called the Lawrence County Public Safety System. And then after that, turning you guys around, this right here is like what North Korea looks like. So honestly, this right here is just a little video I found. And also, like the different radio scanner traffic and like the different areas that different places can like go find and like listen to. You guys got some interesting possibilities like whenever you guys listen to them. So like the first possibility like the first possibility that you guys could do is like you guys can do your own research in your own different areas. So also like looking around like at the different areas, it's like the radio scanner feeds and like looking around at those, you guys got from like a lot of different destinations. So also the first thing that I thought, which was really could not believe, that the radio scanner feed is different in this area. The radio scanner feeds are different, kind of like down there in French Lick, because some of their radio traffic, their French Lick inside a casino, like like they use these things that they see them on their hips, but they're not actually radios. They're like little Wi-Fi IB based radios, which I think is really kind of interesting. Now another thing which I think is really kind of interesting, like the different areas that you guys can go like find out, is that the first area of like listening to it, You guys got many different destinations that you guys can listen to, which honestly I think is really kind of interesting. So the only two planes that I flown on was a CJ-13 in which was part of United, in a A330, which was part of United, Southwest and Allegiant. Now, now just to give you guys Allegiant, it's like an interesting one because on that flight you don't got no Wi-Fi, you don't got the seats. They're okay on my standpoint, but a lot of people, if you guys got a bad back or something like that, that probably wouldn't be the best thing for you guys. Also, you guys got like different areas that use those different radio feeds and like different areas that use them for a purpose. Kind of like your businesses in the train industry. They use that to connect with your local trains in that local area. So, like, let's do the example of the French like Scenic Railroad, okay? The French like Scenic Railroad, they use that radio frequency only for the Indiana Railroad Museum. Now, whenever you guys go to like the Spirit of Jasper, you guys have to take an interesting course. So, the interesting course that you guys have to go through like a town which is called. So if you guys also. So, like, also another thing which I think is really kind of interesting, and this is a thing which I think is really kind of interesting about the entire thing, is that their radio scanner feeds that they listen to in their single area, they got to use by a 10-point ratio. So the first ratio that they have to use is the radio scanner feed has to be private, it has to be noticeable, and it has to be used. So, so also another thing which I think is really kind of interesting is that the radio scanner feeds, like whenever you guys go to like an airport, and airport radio feeds are so very different from like whenever you guys are listening to those. So something that I recommend, and this is a thing that what I recommend you guys do, is that you guys do your own research and you guys do your own expertise on like finding them. So the first thing that I recommend is that make sure you guys do your research, like if you guys are ever planning your trip to Indiana, because Indiana has really different radio scanner taste. So does Erie County, New York, with Buffalo and the surrounding cities. You guys got so many like different areas and so many like different stuff to listen to, which I think is really kind of interesting. So before I want to show you guys this guy because this guy is becoming really kind of interesting. This guy makes this travel video Like he talks in the background, which I think is really kind of interesting. So I watched this guy too, and also this girl called Natalie Kaviras. And Natalie, I gotta tell you something, she does a really good job on her videos. Because the last couple of videos that I have seen her play, so this girl honestly does a really good job at everything. So so you I probably won't show you guys that right now because they got so many like different Rhea Skinner feeds. They got so many like different stuff like that. Now, 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 let's just say, for instance, you guys are making a trip to your local mall. Something that I recommend is look at your local mall's radios whenever you guys get inside. So if they're wearing the little blister pack radios, you guys can find that information online at radioreference.com by clicking on the radio business area of any city. Now, be aware, Lawrence County, Indiana, since it's so small with two cities, their radio scanner feeds are kind of different by all means. So, a thing that I recommend, and this is just a thing that I recommend, is everybody do your research. And I hope everybody has a great day. In YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for another video.